Hey guys, there we are, 55 to 50 in the end of an epic war, PB's Punishers versus Anime Club F. May not seem that epic, but it was pretty impressive, and I'm going to show you why. So as you can see in here, we were pretty lucky. 55 to 50, they had a Town Hall 11 who did not hit. We outnumbered them on 10s, but they had two 11s to our one. So if that 11 had hit and managed a 2-star on our number one and actually managed to get a triple on the dip versus our two, then we would have been tied for stars and we would have actually lost on percentage. Doing the math on that, I was a little concerned. So let's have a quick look at the war events. Not a lot going on up the top there, but you can see down the bottom here, we ended up opening with 13 straight fresh triples. And that was pretty impressive. What we ended up doing was a few of the guys got into Discord and planned our hits very early in the war. And we had 9 hits go in very quickly and within a short space of time where we got those triples and basically meant we had a 27 to 3 lead over Anime Club F before anything else really kicked off. And what that allowed us to do was divide up the map and know where everyone was going to be going as we progressed through this war. And it set us up really well for a powerful, powerful performance, especially as we closed this war out. So what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to show you a 10v11 hit. I'm actually going to show you two. And apparently it's taken me a while to find. Here we go. More Bones, our number 2, who was a Town Hall 10, coming in on their number 2, who was a Town Hall 11. So we're going to play this out here. Let's go 4 times for a second before the Queen drops up here at the 11 o'clock. And she's going to be followed very quickly by 4 healers. And the goal here was to draw that CC, kill it, and have the Queen continue to walk counterclockwise. So you're going to see some funneling troops come in up at the 12. So there's a wizard dropped in just to help the Queen on her way south. So we're going to see a poison on the CC, a rage over the Queen and healers to keep her alive and flowing. And we see there's a second poison there. And what that is for is once that Queen finishes off this gold storage, she is going to attract the attention of the enemy Queen. And that poison was to slow her down and just give her a little bit more of an edge over that enemy. So here we have it, and we're going to zoom in here and see why I almost had a heart attack. Queen sitting there, very, very, very late rage on the Queen and healers, and I just about died. I literally just about died watching this. And you can see the funneling troops are now coming in at the 1 o'clock. Bowlers have come in, and he's decided it's time to wall break. And unfortunately, the bowlers have missed the Tesla. So we end up with a wall break fail. So we've got the Queen walking counterclockwise, funneling troops coming in here, and this has just wrecked some of the pathing here. The intention is to have Valkyries come in here and target this central section with the Town Hall. So we're going to see a jump come down once this funnel is pretty well established, which we do, and a Valkyrie comes in. So you can see that Valkyrie came in. I'm just going to go there, and she's targeted the wall section here. Not ideal. So what you're going to see is she's going to break in, and then I saw the rest of those Valkyries come down, and I thought, no, please don't. And you're going to see why. So they come in, she deals with this wall, these wall sections, and then they path to this. The pathing now is ruined, and they're going to continue around, hit every giant bomb they can, and be hit by an Eagle artillery. And at this point, we know that it's rip for the core. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna happen. That dive is not going in. So we have a spare rage left over, which is going to go down on the Queen and healers now, and it's all about percentage. So really cool plan. Unfortunately, the execution didn't come off, and the luck was not there. So we're going to see a few cleanup troops come in to pick up the last of that percentage. So we'll just 2 times that for the end. And we're going to finish on a 72% 1-star. Really unfortunate. It really hasn't gone Bones' way. very unlucky. So I'm going to go back out to the war map here. So we had a really good base to work from. 72% 1-star is good, in the sense that you know the percentages there and the plan is good enough to work. So we then had Ken, our number 3, come in with a Town Hall 10 and clean up. And he more than cleaned up. 80% 2-star is what we're looking at here. Same entry. Earlier wizard deployment at the top for that funnel. Exact same MO. So we're doing a single poison on that CC with a rage over the queen and healers. And you're going to see there's those funneling troops. That wizard actually going to help down there with that funnel and with the storage. And the queen is going to continue to walk around as expected. So there is another adjustment here. I'm going to pause in just a moment, and you are going to see one thing we noticed, which is really important and key to this attack being successful, was that in this dead space around the town hall, what should stay dead space, they have put air defenses in. And what that's going to mean further on down the track is everything else clears, that is going to be the closest building. Once that's the closest building, then the next closest buildings are the Infernos and that town hall. So we're going to watch this play out. And you're going to see an adjustment here as this queen continues her walk around. We're going to see the Barb King and bowlers get dropped in here on this elixir storage. So queen is quite happily walking around, still staying very solidly alive. And here comes the king and the bowlers. So a bit of rage there to have them help clear some things out. It looks like they've had a wall break in, and the queen is going to meet up with those bowlers on the wizard tower. King has continued to march south and clear some trash, and you're going to see half a dozen wall breakers come in, and Ken was a little shocked because they all survived and ended up breaking 2 layers of walls. And he even admitted after that, if he'd noticed they were going to break 2 layers of walls, he wouldn't have bothered with a jump spell. He would have ended up bringing in a heal for the back end after these Infernos. So let's continue on with this. You're going to see that wall break, and the Valkyries all retarget through to that center and go for exactly what we wanted. So they're targeting this air defense, and the next closest target with that jump spell is going to be this core. So the queen is continuing her walk down to the south, and you're going to see at about that 6 o'clock position the CC come in, which is bowlers, just to help clear out some troops there. Valkyries have ripped the core to shreds. They come around, take out the king, and then they're going to move through to try and grab some extra percentage over there, and they're actually going to come away with, I think, 1 extra % just by getting that barb platform. Queen right now is happily walking around. I think there's still 2 or 3 healers on her, and a few extra cleanup troops to come through. We're going to speed this up, and you're going to see this queen is basically going to come back up to full health almost, while clearing out a whole bunch of trash. So we've got the 2-star secured, and we're even increasing the percentage here, which is fantastic. And as you can see, we run out of time, but we're going to hit 80%, which is a huge 10v11 percentage. Really impressive. Ken coming in, seeing the value of that queen walk, and just adjusting the plan to have those Valks dive in from 9 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock, and it made all the difference. So really impressive stuff. Ken is just on fire at the moment with his attacks, so really stoked with that. And as you can see, we did come away with the win. So stay tuned and do smack a follow or subscribe on me if you're interested in more of this sort of stuff. Pretty soon we are going to be doing a video on how to plan your war attacks as a clan, and what that'll do is that'll hopefully help you guys out in succeeding in wars by just easing the pressure. When you come in with a good plan and set those boundaries, then you're going to see a lot more success and a lot less pressure on your clan, and a lot less randomness. So hopefully that'll help you improve in success. So if you like the video, please do put a like on it, and hopefully I'll see you next time with some war planning. So until then, keep clashing and have some fun.